If you are a Netflix subscriber, you know the drill. You log in, and suddenly a movie you barely heard about last week is just dominating the global top 10. It's sitting right next to these mega-budget blockbusters and, the big Oscar hopefuls. It's like a silent assassin of the streaming charts.
It really is. It's the ultimate algorithmic maneuver, isn't it?
Yeah.
One day it's just a new tile in your recently added section, and then, what, 4 days later, it's proof that high-quality non-IP animation is the fastest way to get global attention.
Today, we are doing a deep dive into that exact phenomenon. The surprising, rocket-fueled success of the animated fantasy movie In Your Dreams featuring Simu. We've been analyzing excerpts from a Screen Rant article that captured the streaming landscape just days after the film's November 14th debut.
Right, and our source material gives us this really specific, potent snapshot. It's all about that immediate post-release activity, showing how quickly a film with the right stuff, the right premise, the right cast, can just bypass all the competition.
So our mission is to unpack how this film got such rapid global traction. We want to see what its chart performance really reveals about Netflix's viewing habits right now, especially as we head into awards season where, every eyeball counts. We need to go beyond just saying, oh, it's popular, and really get into the mechanics of it.
And the initial insight is pretty clear. The film debuted with strong critical reviews, and internationally, the audience is just insatiable right now for high-concept fantasy animation. That strong start is the foundation for everything else.
Okay, let's unpack this. We have a new animated fantasy film, and it is absolutely soaring up the rankings. Let's start with the product itself, because success has to start with the core concept.
Precisely. Before we marvel at the numbers, we have to understand what people are actually watching. So, In Your Dreams is an animated feature. It runs a crisp 99 minutes.
And that's pretty key, right? 99 minutes is a little longer than that sort of perfect 90-minute target for a family film.
It is, but its success suggests the story is just compelling enough to keep viewers locked in, despite the length.
And the casting is stellar. I mean, you have Simu voicing the dad, Cristin Milioti as the mom. They bring real star power and a great comedic timing.
Absolutely. But the supporting cast adds so much flavor. You have Jolie Hong-Rappaport and Elias Jansen as the kids.
Hamid Jalili is in there. And then we have the fan favorite, Craig Robinson, voicing a character with a truly inspired name, Baloney Tony.
Baloney Tony.
Yeah.
I mean, that name alone tells you everything you need to know about the kind of accessible, high-energy humor this film is going for.
For sure.
And the creative team also brings serious weight. Directors Alex Wu and Eric Benson, with co-writer Stanley Moore, they have a reputation for this kind of stuff. Visually spectacular, emotionally resonant family content.
Yeah.
This is not a rush job.
And what about that plot hook? It's classic. It's universal, which is so key for global success. It centers on these two siblings who are dealing with some kind of family problem, and their solution is to go on an adventure into their own dreams.
Right. And their target, the mythical Sandman. They want to find him and basically wish their family's troubles away. This taps into such fundamental story structures: a quest, magic, a journey, all focused on fixing the family.
It's high concept, but it doesn't need any pre-existing IP. The genres listed: comedy, adventure, animation, fantasy, family. That's basically the Netflix gold standard for global reach.
It is. You get the laughs, the spectacle, the emotional core, all in a package that just works across cultures. And the fact that it debuted with a strong Rotten Tomatoes score, that's the jet fuel for the algorithm.
How so?
Well, when viewers see that critical quality stamp, especially on an original animated film, they are way more likely to click play. Just lowers that barrier to entry in a really crowded library.
Which brings us to the metrics. This is where the story shifts from just being a good movie to a global phenomenon. We have to talk about its velocity on the charts.
Absolutely. When we look at the raw data, just 4 days after release, the scale of its success is genuinely surprising.
The big reveal from the tracking service Flix Patrol is that In Your Dreams immediately shot up to become the #2 movie on Netflix.
#2 worldwide.
Worldwide. That is just a stunning achievement for a brand new animated feature.
And we should probably pause on that for a second. When we cite Flix Patrol, we're looking at trending data. It's about velocity, recent hours viewed. This kind of placement confirms massive, immediate, global curiosity. It means Netflix's promotion is working overtime.
Okay, so here's where it gets really interesting. Who is #1? Because that gives us the real context. It's second only to Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein.
Yeah, so this isn't competition against some light streaming filler. This is competing directly with prestige cinema, a movie with a massive streaming debut after its theatrical run, a movie being positioned for major awards.
The charts are telling a fascinating story then. And if we dive into the US top 10 specifically, which is often a bellwether, the picture gets even clearer. In Your Dreams is sitting at number 4.
Right. And who surrounds it is the key. You have In Your Dreams at 4. But then you have that big awards contender, Frankenstein, down at number 6.
And then, further down at number 8, you have the heavyweight champion of animated staying power, K-pop Demon Hunters.
That grouping is just strategic gold for us. You've got the new high-velocity family fantasy, the massive budget prestige drama, and the 5-month-old global mega hit, all fighting for the same screen time.
So it raises the question, why is the new animated movie outperforming the awards hopeful in the US? Is the audience for prestige drama that much smaller?
The data suggests that when a high-quality animated film drops, the immediate audience conversion is just much higher, much faster than for a drama.
Yeah.
I mean, Frankenstein might get more total viewing hours over 6 months, but In Your Dreams is showing way better short-term momentum.
And that momentum is crucial. The source material basically says that overtaking the total viewership of a film like K-pop Demon Hunters is, statistically almost impossible.
Right, it's accumulated hundreds of millions of viewing hours.
But the consistent high trending of In Your Dreams confirms it's a massive, sustained hit in the making.
And that's what separates a true hit from a flash in the pan. The audience demand for this kind of movie isn't just a brief spike, it's fueling a sustained push up the charts.
Okay, so let's get into those mechanics. The source defines In Your Dreams as having 2 simultaneous roles, a replacement and a distraction. Let's maybe redefine those terms with a little more analytical muscle.
Yeah, let's call them audience alternative and algorithmic hurdle.
Mm.
The audience alternative part is pretty simple. In Your Dreams is basically being deployed as the spiritual successor to K-pop Demon Hunters.
And we really can't overstate the legacy of K-pop Demon Hunters. 5 months after its premiere, it is still a massive fixture in the global top 10.
It's incredible. That's a testament to its global appeal and just how rewatchable it is. It confirms that certain films become permanent fixtures, almost like default viewing options on the platform.
So dropping In Your Dreams is Netflix's way of saying, hey, here is new, equally high-quality fantasy content for the family audience that's maybe watched the old stuff to death.
Exactly. They are feeling a known, successful demographic.
But the algorithmic hurdle, dynamic, the part focused on Frankenstein, that feels more subtle, maybe more critical to Netflix's strategy.
It is. You raised a great point earlier. Aren't the prestige audience and the family audience totally separate? But the data suggests they aren't as distinct as we used to think. Viewers who commit to high-concept, high-production value spectacle, they often have an appetite for both.
So In Your Dreams isn't just taking time away from other family movies. It's presenting a viable, critically approved alternative to Frankenstein for a shared audience segment.
Exactly. And the success of Frankenstein staying at number 1 is vital for Netflix's awards campaign. That chart position becomes part of the marketing story. The world is watching this Best Picture contender.
So every day it gets pushed down by a newcomer, like In Your Dreams is an extra challenge for their campaign team.
A huge challenge. And remember the calendar. Frankenstein is one big awards push, but it's about to be joined by Jay Kelly, Netflix's last major Oscar contender for the year. The stakes are incredibly high right now. The charts are a battleground.
It's like prestige versus pure volume, clashing in real time.
And if we connect this to the bigger picture, the streaming charts are showing a clash between pure audience demand and Oscar campaign strategy.
So the new animated movie is a new factor, a fresh hit competing directly with these awards hopefuls.
Right. And going back to that behemoth, K-pop Demon Hunters,
Yeah.
the source notes that while In Your Dreams won't match its total viewing hours, its sustained success could be the cumulative pressure that finally pushes that 5-month-old mega hit out of the top 10 entirely.
It's like death by 1,000 cuts, delivered by a high-quality replacement.
And the fact that a family fantasy film designed purely for mass audience engagement is the thing that destabilizes both the long-tail champion and the awards hopeful. That's very revealing. The audience votes with its remote.
Okay, so let's bring this all together for you. We've moved beyond the basic facts of In Your Dreams, the Sandman premise, the cast, to really understand the mechanics of its success. We've seen its incredible rise to number 2 worldwide.
And we've broken down its dual strategic role. It's that necessary audience alternative for the animated audience, but it's also a significant algorithmic hurdle that complicates the narrative for Netflix's prestige contenders like Frankenstein.
And the relevance to you is in understanding how new releases, even ones not based on some old IP, can carve out essential space and become immediate cultural touchstones. It confirms that the combination of great animation, universal themes, and efficient delivery is an almost guaranteed recipe for quick success.
The big takeaway is that the audience is prioritizing immediate engagement and spectacle. The market is screaming for high-quality animated fantasy, and Netflix is responding.
So what does this all mean? The audience is clearly hungry for high-quality animated fantasy. The data highlights this difference between a high-velocity trending movie like In Your Dreams and a long-term magnet like K-pop Demon Hunters.
Which leaves us with a really complex question about content valuation, something the source only hints at. In the internal battle for resources at a place like Netflix, does a movie aiming for maximum family entertainment and consistent long-term rewatchability, does that ultimately carry more strategic weight for them than an awards-focused drama whose main job is to generate prestige for just one season?
It's the conflict between the gold statue and the hundreds of millions of hours viewed. Something to consider the next time you see a seemingly out-of-nowhere movie just dominating that top 10. You are witnessing a successful strategic deployment in real time.